Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. I try to take a breath, thoughts racing through my head. I try to capture it, but a picture can't hold what a heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming alive. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. I don't wanna close my eyes, I'm feeling so alive. I try to find the words, but no words can say what my heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming alive. We live for moments like this. Come alive in moments like this. We'll hold up the light, burn a hole in the night. When we are here, when we are here. So we'll hold up the light, burn a hole in the night. When we are here, when we are here. Moments like this. Moments like this. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming alive. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. In moments like this. In moments like this. In moments like this.
So the first thing we want to say is thank you to the coaches, to the parents, and to the fans.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to start off with our favorite memory. Unfortunately, Tiffany couldn't be here, but we did ask her, and she said her favorite memory is from our block party game against Donovan this year. There's no better feeling than seeing all the fans, both in the stands and in the folding chairs, cheering us on. The atmosphere was great, and we played an amazing game against Donovan.
But my favorite memory, and it goes to Tiffany. Last year, she was on the court and I was sitting, and I think Jessie was next to me and then someone else, and she was running towards us on the bench, and she went and she dug a ball and she landed sprawled on the floor. And as she's getting up, because the ball was still in play, she looked at us and goes, "I just peed a little," and then sprinted back onto the court as if nothing happened. And that is
During
by
the
far
game?
during the game.
Oh my god.
My favorite memory is probably last season with our home game against Mondon and how we all wore our rainbow socks and stuff just to support Carly, because we heard they were talking trash on her, so it was nice to see all of us like come as a family and just support our girl.
This year before every game I had like, after Miss Bennett talked, I like said a little motivational, inspirational thing. And then I thought that I was just like talking to myself because nobody read my paper.
Oh my god.
So like one day we were walking back and Brittany, like she goes like, Jay, like I'm gonna miss you so much. Like who's gonna say this stuff next year? I was like, I didn't know that. Oh, that's very nice.
So this kind of goes off of like all the matches we've had against Mondon at home, and those are one of my most memorable matches just because they were so fun and the energy was unlike anything I've ever experienced. So, and some of the moments that I just remember being on the court with 5 other girls and just having everything else melt away and being in the moment was just an amazing feeling, and I wish I could relive every moment of it.
No, for real. Whenever like they would start cheering like "Let's go Cats," I would literally feel like the warmth go through my body. It was crazy.
That was disgusting.
My favorite memory was the Georgian Court games, because everyone thought that, oh, we're gonna lose, there's no fans, there's no fan buzz, and like I just hate seeing like all of like the sad faces in everyone's face and the faces of defeat, and we weren't even playing yet. So I took it upon myself to write on like everyone's arms, just like a little pick me up, and then we finally get there and like we beat Wall, and then we got into the Southern game. Everyone's just like, oh, we're gonna lose. Even Southern thought we were gonna lose, but here we go. And then here we go, we're playing and we're just like kicking their butts, and me and Bianca are just like, you know, serving up underneath like this. And then we go ahead and we make the final point, and then we just proved everything wrong, and we just proved who we are, and that, you know, we're Wildcats and you can't beat us.
So my favorite memory is probably the chicken nugget party that I have every year. Not only for the nuggets, because it's an icebreaker, you know? Like, all of us veterans are like, we're meeting the younger girls for the first time, and it's so nice to get to meet people that are interested in the same sport as you, and, you know,
One big
kicks off
happy
the
family.
season. Yeah.
I'm sorry, 50 dubs, I even got it tatted on me.
Gets us closer.
My favorite is Sierra's photo of her freshman
Oh my
year.
god.
Of her squatting down.
Insert here.
I feel like she's saying out, but it looks like she's very constipated and trying to go to the bathroom.
Nice way to put
And then my second one was, it was my freshman year. It's my first time serving. And I hit JC in the head.
Oh my god.
The ball.
Insert video
I remember
here.
that. Because here's like the net, and it looked like it was gonna go over, but it dropped right on JC. And
And it's not like I was
into it.
standing there, like I was moving.
She was like,
I was so mad. I was so mad. I had such an attitude, so I was trying to flip.
I felt so bad, but
This
that
is
was
fine.
funny.
This is why I was gonna quit for you.
For the next thing is advice for the younger girls, and something we want to like, a message we want to leave behind for them. So Tiff said, my advice for the younger girls is to remember that you are not only a team, but a family. Encourage and support each other and have fun together.
My advice for the younger girls is to shake it off. It's really just a game when it boils down to it, and your mistakes are what's needed to progress the game, right? So when you do make a mistake, don't let it get to your head. Just take a breath and just push forward, because you're going to make it up.
Advice would be just have fun. Like, it's a high school sport. You're gonna have fun, especially the seniors. Like, please have fun. Like, if you lose, you lose. And you've seen us, like, don't ever let yourself get too down. Like, you've seen us come back from games where we're 9 points down. Like, it's crazy how fast we can come back in a game. Like, don't keep your head down. Have fun. Like, you're there for a reason. Don't make the best of it.
Definitely, the one thing that I want you guys to like get drilled in your head is to be the better person, player, anything. Like, be the better player and person than you were yesterday. Always compete with yourself. It's not about the person who's next to you. It's about the person who you're looking at in the mirror. So don't focus on who's around you, focus on yourself first, because honestly, like, nobody's perfect. And even in, like, real life, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, so take it lightheartedly and work on it. Don't make the same mistakes.
On the court, no one else matters but you and your teammates. It doesn't matter if there's no fans there. It doesn't matter if your parents were late and couldn't make it to the first set. It doesn't matter if your friends weren't there. It all matters is you, the ball, and your teammates, and just proving to yourself and that you can do it.
My advice to you guys is to never lose sight of how much you love the game, because towards the end of the season it kind of got really competitive and I forgot, like, wow, like, these are my last 2 weeks of playing this sport and it's done so much for me, and I just don't forget how much you love it and how much fun you have when you're doing it, because you're gonna miss it a lot someday.
I'm gonna cry.
No one ever mentioned the Mondon game at Mondon and what I said.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I don't think that we can say what you said, but
I think if you were there, then
We're just gonna.
If you know, you know.
If you
know, you know what happened.
Then
you know.
This goes for like in volleyball, but also in life, I guess. Well, everyone's does, but work hard. And during volleyball, it can get hard, and you don't want to keep going. You want to give up. You want to get frustrated, and that is a given with any sport, but especially volleyball, because it's so emotional and there's so many ups and downs, and things can just change with the blink of an eye or 1 point or anything like that. So, but if you work hard and you know you're doing your absolute best and you've put the time in and you're trying and you're giving it your all, then you have nothing to be ashamed of. And if you're leave everything on the court and you never want to have that feeling of, oh, I could have tried harder, or I didn't do my best.
I think so. Okay, my other piece of advice is don't get mad at defendants. Like, if they're yelling at you on the court, like, they're not doing it to be mean to you. Like, they're doing it to better you and help the team in general. Like, I used to get so mad and, like, cry. I was such an emotional child. And I've learned to get over that, because it's just constructive criticism. They're trying to help you. They don't take it to heart.
One thing that my mom has always taught me is that you want to be a leader in life, and we need more leaders. Like, even in the real world, like, the one thing that work and jobs and college is looking for are leaders. So a leader isn't someone who pressures people to making a decision that is beneficial for themselves. A leader holds your teammates and your friends accountable. Like, even if everyone's gonna hate you after you say it, fine, but we're gonna win that game because you held them accountable for it. Don't be pretentious, but still lead your team to victory, because people need it. Because even if some people do have bad days, someone really needs that person sometimes to lift them up off the court or during practice, or needs to tell them to do one more. Because sometimes when Sofield says it, I don't really want to do one more. But if, like,
do it anyway.
Right? You do it anyway. But, like, if I hear my teammate be like, you got this, I'm like, all right, they're doing it, like, they're doing it too, like, we're in this together. Like,
You guys are a family, so support each
yeah.
other. You both can do it.
We go through a game together.
When you want to say thank you to personally, or
Thank you to Mr. Lawrence. He's been a huge help this season.
Oh my God, he was
Honestly.
our biggest supporter.
Yeah, honestly. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence, and the Lawrence family. Like, all of you are fantastic. You really... And to all the parents that some of them I really didn't know came up to me and were like, you gotta stop being quiet. I'm like, you're right, my bad.
the parents.
My bad, I didn't.
Thank you to the parents.
Yeah,
all the
honestly,
parents who took
you
out
guys-
games.
you
You
guys
really
are
are.
amazing.
Thanks to my mom for this banquet.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, my mom, for raising me to the person that I love being right now.
We love you guys, and
Yeah.
we will
Miss you.
miss you.
We'll
a lot.
miss you all so
Miss
much.
you.
Everyone group hugs in one of those cute YouTube exits.
Thank